Everyone is Char from Char's Fascination. It's a little muggy today and in the 80s again. But my son and I are going to put together something that we call concoction. It's basically when we come up with something like whether it's a breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or a dessert. And since you know I'm gluten free, I had one and Rob had one. Steve gets one. So, going to have my son separate the filling from the cookies, separate them out. And then we are going to use sweetened condensed milk. Let's get with reality here. We news happen. Sweetened condensed milk. And I know this sounds weird to a lot of people. Apple pie filling. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna have him separate the thing, and we're gonna do this very interesting. He got me these from Temu. I have been using them. They're really great. Um, and so I'm gonna put like the cookie part in there, and then we're going to mix up the rest and then layer that in there, put it in the fridge for a while. I was like, you know what? I probably should have got some um, pudding mix. But I did not, and that's okay because if I had, it would probably be, you know, thicker, you know. But I'm not mad at that. I'm gonna save a little here because, Anyway, we'll be right back. Okay, so my son is standing over on one side crushing up the cookies. Got to get in the drawer for just a moment, if you don't mind. Get out the can opener. Open a few things. That's what shook well. I was saying I wish I had bought some pudding mix, but I did not. So over here in this, even though you can't really see it, it is all there. It doesn't look like a full package, but trust and believe that is a full package. Now the double stuffed gluten-free Oreos, I was not paying $6.99 for that. That's just ridiculous beyond ridiculous. So take this, kind of cream these down a bit. You want to do that. If you're diabetic, check your levels before you do anything like this. I used to be diabetic. Went back to hypoglycemia, which is just as bad as diabetes. But, life is life. Have to deal with whatever we have to deal with. So, scrape this out. I really gotta get that out of there. It's a lot. You almost forget how thick this stuff is. And haven't used it in a while. I'll probably get some more for sometimes I'll use it as a pastry topping. Like the one that I do with the gluten-free King Arthur Baking Company pancake mix. And I'll make it into a pastry. And then I put that over it. That is so good. I believe I have that video somewhere.
There you go.
That looks pretty good. So So basically, what I'm making is the filling. And since this already has cinnamon in it, because you know, apple pie always has cinnamon. We got all that. We didn't. That was a rogue one. Now we can also just kind of chop down the apple a little bit with the fork, because remember, these are pre-cooked, and you can do that. But so there we go for this part. I know I'm trying to do a less mess day. Well, the things that we're putting them in are disposable, so we don't really have to worry about that part. So let's get this out of the way. We'll have to cover this and put it in the fridge. We don't like to waste anything in this house. This is now almost the consistency of a glass bowl. Almost the consistency of a batter. Well, it basically is. So what we can do is turn the oven on to, I'm gonna say 350. Actually got a lot of that.
You get 3 pans of that?
Yeah, we got pans over there. And then we got these pans just in case. So
350.
yeah, 350. Yeah, get the towel out of my way.
You
So-
got 4 actually.
Yeah, I know, just in case. That's why. So the next thing, so now we can just basically, because we want to make sure this doesn't stick. This is going to be interesting. This is one of, I might as well say this is one of those made up test desserts on a budget. And if we still have a lot left, then we can finish that off in another pan. So let's go ahead, grab the spoon. I needed to taste that. Put some of this in the bottom of each pan. Try to smooth it out as good as possible. In a moment. One of the ways to smooth this out, and I should have wet the spoon. I still can, but one of the ways to do something like this is make sure that your spoon is wet. Well, Steve, if you actually think that, you have one of these for breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, it does have apple, so technically, is it bad? Yes and no. Yes, but no. A little extra in there. Some extra in here for sure, because that one doesn't have enough. And try to clean that out as good as possible out of the bowl. And I'll try to put a little extra in there too. I'm not really worried about it being over there. We didn't put egg in this. Gotta remember, this is something that's already a baked good. So I will finish filling this and we'll be right back. Now over here we will be filling these now. Let's see. Set this one out. I don't really care. Whatever helps. Fill it up. Fill it up, please. Like I said, we're going to put some in each. So it'll be almost like I said, almost like an apple pie without it being an apple pie. And then I'll have my son put them over on. We've been using the large pizza pan for some of our stuff to hold these trays.
And all of these.
Right? And it works. You know, hey, whatever works, right? So, in a moment, we're going to put this in. Make sure everything has an equal amount of apple. I'll go ahead and start putting those on there. Thank you. If I can get this last one done, I'll go and grab this dripping. That was dripping. I have to say it tastes pretty good. So these shall go in the oven. We're not going to put these in there for too long. Actually, I'm hoping it almost turns out like a apple cheesecake. Is what I'm hoping this turns out like. So in the oven. And then we're going to clean up real quick. Okay, well these, they look caramelized, except for that one. That one has to be in there a little bit longer. But 3 of them, nummy nummy. And ta-done! It's time to serve. Now that we're out here, sitting, this smells really good. Oh my God. That, what do you think, Rob?
I think it's wonderful.
So do I. This was better than apple pie, you guys. It's my own version. Gosh, this is good. Hot. Oh, good. So, my son and I, we just love to come up with stuff like this. And I know he wanted to make another dessert concoction. So what do you think of what we came up with?
Yeah.
Remember, recipes don't have to be from a cookbook. Sometimes you are your cookbook. And you might have help with being your own cookbook. So I'm gonna suggest try this if you want. And it's a whole different flavor palette put together, but again, it does taste like an apple pie. And so we don't have to deal with like that thick crust. I like pie crust sometimes, but this is worth the savoring and the flavoring. So anyway, remember, you can make a really good dessert on a budget. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Now you eat this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Happy dessert!